Hello, welcome back. We are continuing our series of talking and ranking every single bowl game in 2021, and I guess 2022,
A little
the
bit, yeah.
beginning of 2022.
Yeah.
Um, and this one, what one? Oh, this is the Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl.
Love it.
Uh, Possibly the best name of a bowl this year.
There's a lot of good bowl game names this year.
There's some good names.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of this one. Dan and I were talking.
Yeah.
I think when I'm a billionaire from your guys' support, I'm gonna sponsor the national championship game. It's gonna be called the Cody Bowl,
Yep.
and the patches that they have to wear on the uniform is just gonna be my face.
Yes. And he
Uh,
gets to call two plays.
for each team.
Yes.
To be fair,
Yes.
it's
Yep.
gonna be four verticals for all four plays.
They won't see it coming.
Never.
All right. So yeah, like Cody said, we're ranking every single bowl game based on three different criteria to come up with a composite score. The three criteria are uniform matchup. So how much do we like the uniforms on the field? Matchup potential. How good is the game going to be? How even is the matchup? Crowd potential is the final criteria. So how good is the crowd going to be? Um, but yeah, let's kick it off with the Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl. This is the first ever Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl. Try saying that 10 times fast. And it's featuring Oregon State and Utah State. Oregon State is a 7.5 point favorite. What do you think of this uniform matchup?
Yeah, so I like this uniform matchup. I have it as a six. Um, Utah State's kind of brings it down a little bit for me. Just I find the blue and white to be, you copied BYU. Good
Yeah,
job.
yeah,
Um, but Oregon State has dope uniforms,
so
and
good.
they raise the bar. I think this is our first. This is going to be our first game featuring a Power Five school, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah, yeah. So, hats off to Oregon State for kicking off the Power Five slate. Um, they've got a tough game ahead of them against Utah State, who
We did do
is
the
a
we did do the Pac-12 champion actually. Now that I think about it, BYU.
what? Oh, right. I forgot
Yes.
about them
Yeah.
because technicalities.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so where do you have their uniforms at?
I have this as an 8 out of 10. I have a Utah State's are decent. They're probably a slightly above average for me. But yeah, Oregon State's uniforms. I've always loved Oregon State's uniforms. I love the black and orange combo. I love the beaver. I love it all. Just love Oregon State's uniforms. So that's really what's putting this that high. 8 out of 10 for the uniform matchup here. What
Okay,
about?
okay. What about the game matchup? The two teams.
I think it's going to be a pretty good game. Utah State's pretty big underdog here, but I wouldn't sleep on them. They're a good team. They did make it to the Mountain West Conference Championship. They fell a little bit short to San Diego State, but they are a really good team. Oregon State has had their best season for a long time, I believe. It's been a while since Oregon State's been as competitive as they were this year. Um, so I do think it's going to be a really good game. So I have it as a 7 out of 10 as my matchup ranking.
Yeah, I also have this as a 7 out of 10 for those exact same reasons. I think it's going to be exciting for both fan bases. Utah State was not picked to be here, that no one really thought they were going to be in this situation to be playing a Power 5 school in a bowl game, and that's a big deal.
Yeah.
I think
In
they get
LA,
up
there's going to
and
be I
in
feel like
LA, yeah.
there's going to be a lot of exposure for both these teams because Oregon State's not
Yeah.
the biggest Power 5 team, but they're still a Power 5 team, but it's going to be really big for Utah State for sure.
Well, and there's a ton of alumni for both these teams in LA that don't get to go to their teams games that often. They're going to go.
Yeah. Yep.
And then the people that fly. So
So that
that
kind of
leads us
leads us.
into,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that leads us into our crowd conversation. I have this as a seven. I think it's going to be a great crowd. Not probably not a full stadium. It's a smaller stadium, but still, um, probably not a full stadium. But I think it'll be actually pretty even.
Yeah. I have it as a 7 out of 10 as well. I think both fan bases. Oregon State hasn't gone to a lot of bowl games, and they're going to a bowl game in LA, so I think there's going to be a lot of Oregon State fans there. Same thing with Utah State. They're playing in a bowl game in LA. I think that's going to bring a lot of fans from there. So I think it's going to be a good, even split and a lot of fans there.
Yeah, cool. So my composite score here, I have them at 20 points, which puts them at 13th on my list.
I have them at 22 points, which puts them 15th on my list. So either way, we both think this is going to be one of the stronger bowl games. Definitely highly recommend watching it. I think it's going to be a pretty good game. Finish off our Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl game with our best bet for this game. Cody, what's your best bet for this game?
Yeah, I have the under 67.5.
Okay, I think that's a pretty good bet. I'm going to take Utah State plus 7.5. I think Utah State's a little bit underrated in this line. I think it should be more 3.5, 4.5. I think they're really good. So I'll take the points.
I didn't like that bet just because I could see it going both ways. While I think Utah State can play with Oregon State, I can also see like Oregon State kind of running away with it. So that was kind of my like thought process here. Behind taking the under, because I think that while Oregon State could run away with it, if they do, they're not going to allow many points.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think the under is a smart bet, but I'm going to take the 7.5. And that'll do it for the Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl game video.
Bless.
Yeah, so thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you can keep up to date with every single bowl game episode that we're going to do. But yeah, thanks for watching.
Love you.
Bye.